Hey, what's up, you guys? Vast here, bringing another Marvel Legends tour review of the Marvel Legends Kitty Pryde from the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure wave. Pretty excited about this figure. I do want to get two of them, one to have regular and the other one to have like to mod her to make it look like she's phasing through things. So I do want to get a second one. But anyway, she comes with a lot of cool accessories. Here's her on the side, looks pretty cool. Here's her on the back, and not a terrible pose. Hasbro's getting better at their posing. Little bio and all the figures in the wave. So yeah, let's open this figure up and I'll give you my opinion. So here's Kitty Pryde's accessories. I really like this. She comes with the left arm to Juggernaut, which is very cool. You can see all the veins in there. Looks very nice. You can see the Onslaught head, which is very cool. You can even put on the Onslaught body. And the cool thing about Onslaught, he's Professor X's mind and Magneto's mind put together. So if you wanted to have this on your Magneto figure, that could work, but you have to do that at an angle because this mask is kind of like a shadow hiding the face. And here's Lockheed. He doesn't stand on his own, he stands on his wing, which is a huge problem for me, but he's mostly flying or on Kitty's arm, so you want to do that. You can see his eye. It's very cool. Sculpting on there looks very nice. He's in a very cool sitting position as well. So here's Kitty Pryde herself. I like this figure a lot. Kitty Pryde has always been one of my favorite X-Men. Just her powers is very cool. When she first joined the X-Men, she was like 13, and I think this look of her, she's like in her late 20s, maybe even 30. So I like this look of her a lot. Here's Lockheed again. Just wraps around her neck with her tail, and I like this look of him a lot better than the Toy Biz one, because the Toy Biz one is a lot more ferocious. You can see the teeth in there, you can see the eye. It's very ferocious. This one is a lot more calmer and like more Pat Dragon, and reminds me of the Astonishing X-Men version of Lockheed. So this one is very nice. And Kitty Pryde herself is very cool. The head sculpt is very nice. Generic female face. And it's all original sculpt, so this head sculpt has never been used before. It looks very pretty, you know, I like it a lot. It's in a ponytail. You can even see the hair tie in there. Looks very cool. And if you wanted to have this as like a generic X-Men in training or something, you can do that. Just pop it off and put a female figure on there, head on there. So that works a lot. This figure is very simple, you know, the X on the belt, very cool. And just yellow and black. There's no shading in the yellow, there's no variation, but I think it works a lot, you know. It's very attractive. So yeah, I do have one problem with her, and I'll get to that at the end, but let's get into articulation. Head looks up very far, moves down side to side, kind of pivots. Arm moves back and forth, up. No swivel at the bicep, which I wish it had. Single jointed elbow, wrist moves side to side, up and down, and ab flex right here, moves left and right, and pivots. Leg moves forward and out, swivel at the thigh, double jointed knees, calf, foot moves back and forth, and ankle pivot. And something I really like about this figure is Kitty Pryde's a phasing character, and you can pop off the hands. And if you wanted to have her phasing through something, imagine my finger is a wall, you can do that, and you can create the illusion that she's phasing through an object. So that's very cool. Getting into some size comparisons, I really like the height of this figure, and I kind of don't. Here she is next to Astonishing X-Men Kitty Pryde, and this one was a lot younger. Like I said, this one is a lot older, so she was like in her teens maybe in this look, maybe even 20s, but this one again late 20s. Here she is next to Cyclops, and I feel like this works, you know. He's taller than her, but for me it looks a little weird at some angles, like where I want to have, like, let's say Beast and Kitty Pryde in the shot and she looks a little tall, so it looks a little weird. And here she is next to everyone's favorite X-Men, Wolverine, and she's a lot taller than him, and it works, you know. At some point Kitty Pryde was shorter than Wolverine, but she grew up, so I feel like it works. And yeah, I really like this figure. I do plan on getting a second version, maybe even 3 for some stop motion. So yeah, pick this figure up. It's pretty easy to find right now, you know. It's kind of a peg warmer. A lot of people don't know who Kitty Pryde is, a lot of people do, a lot of people don't care. So I feel like this figure is going to be pretty easy to get. So get this figure, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.